There we go. Okay, so hopefully everybody will see this one. And we will just wait a couple minutes for everybody. See if anybody comes on. Because we had some troubles. Are you in?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're the one person watching, Meadow. The one person. So hopefully everybody will be able to find us since we had to switch it out. We'll just wait a couple minutes. Okay, so I guess we'll just go ahead and get going. And when everybody shows up, we will go ahead and say hello. So make sure you let me know. So today, everybody, I'm going to be coloring these little cats and showing everybody how I did it. So these are from the set that is exclusive to our Kickstarter. So the only place you can get these little cats is from the Kickstarter campaign, and the link will be down below. I'll have to redo everything down below because my camera wasn't working on the stream that I had set up. So hopefully y'all will be able to find this stream, and I'll make sure to post this on social media when we're all done, but in case anybody missed it. But these will not be on our website ever again. These are just for the Kickstarter and the Kickstarter only. They are to grow our business and keep us around and get us some exposure and hopefully just really kickstart our company. We have found that we really love doing what we're doing more than anything else. So I hope you enjoy the stamps as well.
There's someone else watching too.
So if you're on, please go ahead and let us know that you're on so that we can say hello. So I'll put that there. So the stamp set is called A Day Without, and it's these cute little cats. You can probably see it better if I set it down. I need to adjust my light so it's not like glaring on everything. So we have the sentiment, wakey, wakey, time for a coffee breaky. And then there's just some extra little like tea cup. Sometimes we need a gallon of coffee or tea, a sip, just one more. So a day, just kidding, I have no idea. So like a day without coffee, just kidding, I have no idea. Or like a day without tea. So that's why it's called A Day Without, because I love this little cat. Because as you can see, I put him or her, whatever, on the card like he's just guzzling that coffee down. So I thought it would be really fun. So it looks like he's the one that made most of the mess. But I'm also going to show how to do like the little flowers on the cup and how I did the polka dots and these little flowers here as well. So I already have them stamped. I do have a video that I did last week where I stamped the hedgies so that you guys could see how everything's stamped. And you can see it stamps really nice. This is just done with the Memento Black Tuxedo ink. I use this for everything. It doesn't get everything as dark as I would like, but it's what works with Copic. So to get the dark lines, I always stamp everything twice. I don't care how well it stamps. I really do it because I love the dark black lines. So I really wish it would stamp. Like I use this, the VersaFine, I actually use this for sentiments. And I wish the other one would stamp as dark as this one, but it doesn't. And you can't use VersaFine with Copic markers or it will mess up your nib. Granted, you can change your nib, but it'll mess up your nib and it'll smear really bad. Whoops, those aren't kitty cats. Those are gnomes. I'm actually going to be coloring these gnomes next week. If you want to come back next week, next Wednesday, we said we are going to do it Wednesday, right, Meadow?
Yeah.
Yep, next Wednesday. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Here we go. That way y'all can hopefully see what I'm doing. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a pencil. Meadow, what did we do with our pencil that was sitting here? Okay, I'm not going to use a pencil. I'm going to wait till Meadow finds my pencil for me. My awesome little assistant. So, is it? Oh my goodness. It was right in my little side pocket. Holy moly. So the first thing I'm going to do with, wait, does this have, yes, we have lead. That is good. So I'm going to go ahead on this one and I'm just going to draw just real lightly. I'll hold it up to the camera so y'all can see. But I'm just going to, can you see that? I guess you can see it a little bit.
Hey, happy Wednesday from sunny Arizona.
Oh, Zoe, I'm so jealous right now. It is so cold here. I think it was what? It was 38 today, wasn't it? And we're in North Carolina. Happy November 1st. So happy you could join us, Zoe. You'll have to join us next week. It's really nice having you here. Well, you know what I mean. So I'm just drawing some circles for my polka dots. Now, Meadow, the little live photo that I use for Instagram, 79. Holy I'm so jealous. I want to cry. I am so cold right now. So, oh my gosh, now I can't stop thinking about so but when Meadow, she actually colored the little kitty digitally. But what I do too, if you don't want to sit here and draw circles, if you just want white polka dots, you can always just use like a white gel pen or like the Dr. Martens that I used last week. You can always use that too. So I put a lot of half circles just so that it kind of brings it all together and it actually looks like a little bit of a pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and put one here on the handles too. The only one this is the only one I actually drew on. I didn't draw the stripes. I just did that with the Copic marker, but I did do, this was the only one that I actually used pencil for. And that was for the dots. So I don't know, you guys can probably, well, probably see it better here. But that's all I did. But I'm going to go ahead and erase these just a little bit. Because if you draw over or color over pencil with a Copic marker, it will be there forever. So you don't want your pencil to be really dark. You just want it there enough to where you can see it. Let's see, so get that. So I'm not erasing it completely. I'm just erasing it enough so that I can see it. That way it doesn't stay forever. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start out with my RV 00. And I decided I'm going to do at least one of these with my BG 15, 11, and 23, and I'll put all of these colors in the description so that you will have them. But I didn't realize the camera wasn't working properly. So everything, I already had the colors and everything in the description for you guys. So I'm really sorry about that. But I'm just going to go around these circles that I drew. That way, it's kind of like coloring, and I know I've said this in my other videos if you've watched them, but it's kind of like coloring in our coloring books when we were little. I would always go along the lines so that I didn't color outside of them. So that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. And hopefully I won't. It seems a little weird. I don't know why that kept us from coloring outside the lines, but it did for me anyways. Maybe it's a mental thing. Who knows? So just going around that. And then I'll go around the ones on the handle as well. There we go. But then I'm also going to go ahead and, maybe I'll do, which one should I do blue meadow? Should I just do these two blue and this one? Wait, that one should be blue, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So which other one should I do blue meadow? Or Zoe, which one should I do blue? The whipped cream or the guzzler? What do you think, Meadow? Guzzler or whipped cream?
Guzzler.
The guzzler. So we'll see what Zoe picks. Guzzler. Okay. So the guzzler will be blue. We're going to go ahead and I'm just going to go over this just real light with some RV. And I'll do the pink ones first and then I'll do the blue ones. That way I'm kind of sticking with the same colors so I'm not going back and forth. Because knowing me, I'll start talking and then I'll forget what I'm doing. Here we go. So now I'm going to go ahead and let's see what color. I believe I used 81. So R81 is that, I'm trying to keep this out of the, there we go. Is that glaring, Meadow? You can see better than I can.
No, that's fine.
Okay. So I'm just going to go around where the shadowed parts should be. And I say should because I don't always follow where the light should be. Because I just like to color. I don't like thinking about all that, all the rules and all the stuff. And I just went through one of my dots, but that's okay because it's going to be brown. But I don't like thinking about all the rules. I just like to be creative. Do what I want.
Mama's a rule breaker.
What, Meadow?
Mama's a rule breaker.
Huh. Yep. Meadow just, I don't know. You need to speak up so everybody can hear you. So Meadow just said that I'm a rule breaker. I just like to have fun. Coloring and creating is supposed to be fun, not make your brain hurt because you're thinking about where the light goes. So now if I was doing a light source, it would probably like this one and this one because his little kitty fat's hanging over the cup, hopefully. But the light source would be directly at the cut in front of the cup. So that was R81. Now I'm going to use RV10 just to pull that out a little bit. I'm trying to remember where these darn polka dots are at, so I don't go through them again. Now I'm just making really light flicks and just really small, just because it's a little bit harder with the polka dots already in there. Well, at least it is for me anyway. So just gonna finish that handle out. Then I'm gonna go ahead, and I'm only going in about halfway on the R81 with the RV10. And then I'm gonna finish that handle out. And then I'm gonna go back with my RV00 and then just blend all of it together. And then I'm gonna go ahead and try and fix, because I don't like harsh lines and stuff, so I'm kind of going over any lines to smooth them out. There we go. So for the most part, those 2 cups are done. So all I have to do is the polka dots on this one. And I actually started out with a color that I don't have in front of me, which is E43. Let me see if I can, there it is. Okay. So I'm just gonna go around the outside. And I'm just going to one side.
Zoe says, I like this soft pink combo. I need to write it down.
I found this combo by accident. I don't even remember what exactly I was doing, but I really liked it. So because I was trying to find something that was lighter, but I still wanted to have some shadow. So that's usually I just play with all the colors and mess around with them. And that's how I come up with some of the combos. So now I'm going to use E43 or 42, excuse me, and just very little pulling that out. Now the middle one that one really shouldn't have any shadow, but oh well, it does. And then this one, I went the wrong way. So now the whole thing has shadow, but that's okay. I don't mind because I can always cover that up with like a little shine thing, little star piece, and nobody will know the difference except for you, Zoe, and whoever watches this video. So now I'm going to go ahead and use E41. Trying to make sure that stays out of the light. And I'm just going to fill the rest of these in and kind of just go over the whole thing to blend it. And this actually might blend it out just a little bit for me. And see, because I used the brown, I actually went into this polka dot just a little bit with the pink, but because it's brown and it's darker, I was able to bring the whole polka dot back. So one thing I did do, and you don't have to, but I just went through and just did like a touch of E44 just to bring a little bit of contrast into the polka dots. And that's just a personal thing that I like to do, so you don't have to do that. And I did forget to do some pink right there, so I'm just going to go in with some R81 because that would be shadow because of his leg and his tail. So there we go. So now I'm going to do the flowers. The flowers are going to be R85 and R89. So I'm going to do like a little sample flower here first, and then I'll do it smaller on the cup. So to do the flower, I just make a little comma that way, and then I go like this, and then I go a little ways down, and then like this. So it's basically just commas. That's all it is. And then I'm going to go over that part with R89. So the top ones, I'll go from the top. The bottom ones, I'll put a little bit of dark. You know, you can do it at either end. It doesn't matter. And then the leaves, whoops, wrong one. I just do with YG23, and I just kind of flick out. And then with YG25, I just put a little bit more in. And then you can take G28 and just put a little bit more at the base to make it a little darker. But what makes it stand out the most, at least to me, is when you take a white gel pen and just kind of put the white in there. Now, if I was doing it this big, I'd probably make it a little bit tighter, like the commas a little bit closer together. But since I was showing, I just wanted to make sure you guys know what I was doing with the commas. So I'm going to go ahead and, yep. So R25, I'm just going to go ahead and just really tiny. And for the most part, I just kind of go in a diagonal direction so it has kind of a pattern to it. And they're not all going to be the same, but at least it'll, it'll be fun to me anyway. So then I'm going to go here. And you can do them, make them loose, make them tighter. Depends on how you want your flower. And again, I go a little bit off so it looks like a real pattern for a cup. Or I do this, most of the time I do this on dresses. I don't always do it like on cups and things like that. So just put one on the handle. And you can see it looks really kind of sloppy when it gets that tiny. But you just want to, like, yeah, Meadow?
Someone said hi. I don't know how to say their name.
Let me get my glasses. Hi, sweetheart. And I'm sorry, but me and Meadow don't know how to say your name. Can you like type it in how to pronounce your name? I've always just called whenever I see your name on the like Instagram, I just call you Mara. I hope you don't mind. So I'm just putting a little bit of flowers on that one. And then here it is. So now the R89. Now again, I'm just gonna go at the very tips like I did this. Whoops, you can't see that one. Like I did this one. So not the whole thing, but just a little accent. There we go. Almost, and this part's really quick. This and the leaves and putting the white on are rather quick. It's drawing the actual like flower part that takes a little bit of time. But I like doing these flowers like on, well, on the dresses, it's really nice because especially if you just want to do something that's kind of quick, but you want the dress to look nice and you want to just leave the dress white sometimes, it's really nice to just do these little flowers really fast on it and then put some ruffles or something on. So that is the flower part. Now we have to do the leaves. So the leaves, I'm going to use YG23 and I'm just going to go ahead and put those in randomly, but I'm going to try and make sure that they all get at least 2.
She said it's okay, but it's pronounced like Siamara.
Oh, Siamara. So Siomara or Samara. Samara. I like that. That's pretty. If it makes you feel better, everybody, when they first meet me, they don't realize that my name is Christina and they'll call me Christina. I don't know why. Probably because it's ENA. But your name is much prettier than mine. There we go. That's and then G28. Whoops. I'm getting ahead of myself again. I'm thinking about your name and now I'm like, what was I doing? So now I'm doing YG25 and I'm just doing the very little base, like a little dot. Here we go. And I put a little leaf there just because, like I said, I go off to make it look like a real pattern. So that way you won't, it kind of makes it look like there's a leaf, like a flower on the other side. So I'm just going to do another little dot of G28. See, I told you the leaves are super fast. Let's see. And then your white gel pen. This is a 0.5, but you can, sometimes I use a 1, but sometimes it's too thick if I'm making flowers that are this small. So a 0.5 works really nice. And I just got this on Amazon. If you guys want a link for this, this is a brisk learner. And I've never had any problems with it, like not working or, because believe me, I don't even know the brand of it, but it was a white gel pen the other day. And I went through like 4 gel pens because they weren't working. They just would not. I mean, I even warmed them up with my fingertip and everything, and they just would not write. Or if they did write, they were like really chunky.
CMR says, sorry to interrupt with my name. Beautiful stamp set.
What? You did not interrupt with your name. You are so fine. Earlier I got stuck. What was it that I got stuck on, Meadow? Oh, I got jealous of Zoe having 78 degrees when I'm freezing. So, or 79 degrees while I'm over here freezing in North Carolina. So no, you did not interrupt at all. I like to have fun and I like to chat and have a good time because it makes this a lot easier. And I'm not so nervous while I'm online if I'm just chatting with friends. So you did not interrupt at all, sweetheart. Not at all. So I'm putting a little bit of a white line like I did here on the leaves as well. And thank you so much that you like the stamp set. I started off with, I saw this, I actually bought some stuff that was similar off of like an artist, like a huge artist website that you can get lots of images from, that a lot of stamp companies buy their images from there. And then I added my own tweaks and did my own things to it. So it's part artist and part me, but it's a lot of fun. So remember, see, now you can't even see that I messed this side up, but I'm going to go ahead and put some more white little polka dots in here. Now I'm done. You don't want to put the white gel pen on here until you're done coloring. I think most of you know that. So, but I'm just putting some little white dots in here, which I should actually grab my thicker pointed pen for, but I'm not going to. Or maybe I will. Do you know where that one is, the Meadow?
What?
Meadow's like, what? Here it is. So this is the one that I actually went through 4 ink pens to get it to work. Let's hope this one does. Okay, so now I'm going to just put a little dot, and then I'm just going to flick it out in 4 different directions, and then put some little dots to make it like a little sparkle, little shimmer on the cup. See, now you can't even tell that I messed that dot up. Isn't that awesome? I love doing that. I think last week it was that I think my pen actually blobbed all over one of the cups. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do these cups, but these ones are going to be with the BGs. So I'm going to use BG11, BG15, and BG23. So I'm going to go ahead and color them. There we go. With the BG11 first. And this is the one that I did the stripes on. So I kind of want to do the same thing. That way, because I said I was going to color these. So I'm going to do the same thing as this, but I'm going to go ahead and do it in blue instead of pink. So what I did is I just went ahead and drew my stripes in, well, on the other one I did it in pink first, but I'm going to do it in BG this time first. And stripes for me are kind of easy because if you mess them up, if you're going with your lightest color, then it's easy to fix it if it's not exactly how you want it. So it's not too big of a deal. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to color this whole cup, except for that, because I'm going to put coffee right there. And I'm not going to color the fish blue. And then their bubbles, I'm just going to go over that with a white gel pen, so I'm not even going to worry about it. And Samara, I saw that you went ahead and I didn't see what you pledged for, but I saw that you pledged for the Kickstarter. Thank you so much for doing that. We really, really appreciate that. So we definitely want to keep our company going so we can make more stamps. We have had so much fun doing this. And it's great being able to do it with Meadow so that she has something when she gets older too. So now I'm using BG15 and I'm just going in
She says you're welcome.
a little bit. What, Meadow?
She says you're welcome, my friend.
Thank you, sweetheart. Seriously. This is something that's really, really, really close to our hearts. And it's fun too because Meadow has an Instagram. I don't know if you guys know that, but she has an Instagram. And she used to kind of make cards with me when I was on design teams. She's actually been using Copic since she was about 6 years old. And she's 16 now. So she's been using them since she was, for about 10 years now. But she used to color a little bit with me and make cards a tiny bit, but she'd get bored really fast. And now, she says since there are images, that she really enjoys doing it. So it's something that we get to do together, and not a lot of families can say that they do that. They have something that they really truly do together. So I really love that about this. So there is the BG15. And now we're going to use BG23. And I'm just going to bring out that BG15 a little bit.
She says I wish you the best.
Thank you so much. Are you guys going to do the Coffee Lovers hop this week? Well, I guess it's this week. It starts, what, Friday, Meadow?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's Friday.
Yeah.
Friday the 3rd through the 10th is the coffee. We're a sponsor for the Coffee Lovers log hop. So that will be super fun. We're giving away a couple of stamp sets for it because we're sponsors for that. So this is actually one of the stamp sets that we're giving away, along with our hot cocoa cups. So BG11 is the color I went back to. And I'm just finishing everything off. Again, trying to stay away from the fish while blending everything out.
Zoe says I can't wait to watch, but no, I didn't know about it.
Yeah, there is. It starts Friday. And there are, oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how many sponsors there are. There's tons of them. And I will be coloring the coffee gnomes next week, next Wednesday. I had found that I like doing the YouTube lives better than I like the Facebook live because not everybody is on Facebook. And then YouTube just seems to be a lot more clear. Or I mean, YouTube. Yeah, YouTube is a lot more clear than Facebook is. So I've really enjoyed it. So I'm thinking about doing it at least a couple times a month because I think that would be a lot of fun. Sorry, I'm digging for a marker here. I'm going to use E43 and I'm going to just be going in on the edges here, just like I did with the BG15. I guess I could have done this one pink and blue. That would have been cute. Or pink and or blue and yellow. Too late now, but I could always do it again later.
Zoe says, I like YouTube because I can put it on the TV while I cook and fold laundry.
Oh, I don't know about the doing laundry, but the cooking sounds fun. But that is a really good idea. I never thought about that. And I found that Facebook, I don't know why, but I don't know if my connection wasn't very good. My internet wasn't very good. I don't know what the deal is, but it always froze. So I'm just going to finish this out with some E41. So Meadow, where's your little fishy cup? Where's your cups? I want to show him your cups. And I need to know what color you did your fish because I don't know what colors I want to use.
Some orange thing, I don't know.
I'm actually going to take this off. My wrist is starting to hurt. So let's see. Meadow's getting her little cups, but I'm going to go ahead and do the white gel pen on this one. So I just did little flowers on this one. And I just made, see what I mean? Now it doesn't want to work unless it's straight up and down. So I just did a dot in the middle like this. And then I just did like six or seven little dots on the outside. Super, super easy. But it adds a little something to it, which is a lot of fun. And it's just, like I said, just a big dot and then little dots, or you can do all little dots if you want. This one isn't very big. Neither was that one. I was even thinking about when I did this, I was thinking I should do like little paw prints or something on it. I thought that would look cute. Because I mean, it's basically the same thing, only you would just put a big one and then 3 little ones at the top. I thought that would be super cute. Especially since it's a little cat holding it. So these are Meadow's little cups. Aren't they cute?
Zoe says paw prints would be super cute.
They would be cute. I think the next one I do, I think because I can't get enough. I love coloring these little cats. So I think the next one I do, I think I will put paw prints on this one. But these are Meadow's little kitties. I think they're so cute. I love how she did the little, I don't know what you would even call that, the print on this one.
Samara says, who can participate in this hop?
Anybody can participate in the hop. I will go ahead let's see. So on Facebook, I'll put a link down below to the Facebook group that it's ran by. Um, it's ran by Amy. Oh, I can't say her last name either. Starts with a T. What?
Let me put the name of the group in the chat.
Yeah, go. You know what? You can actually get on Facebook on your tablet if you want to give them a link in the chat so they can check that out. And then I believe they should have a link. I don't know if they've put the link up or not, but if they do, if they have put the link up already, then I'll go ahead and put that in. But it starts on Friday, and you can definitely check my blog on Friday and my social media on Friday because I'll have the link in there so that everybody can participate in the hop. But it's you can do like a card that has coffee, tea, or hot cocoa to participate. And it's super, super fun.
How do I make a link?
Oh, thank you. They said that Zoe said your thing was very cute.
Thank you.
Okay, Zoe, what did you put? Oh, it was the one that you took out. Okay. So now we have the fish. So Meadow, it looks like Meadow used YR16 and maybe a 4, you think? YR04? You're like, I don't know.
Probably.
So I'm going to do YR04. Let's see, I'll do 4 and I'll do 12. You're very welcome. Meadow's looking up the link because she's actually in the coffee group.
I don't know how to make a link.
So you just up there, like that link right there. So you would just copy that part and then stick it in the chat, but for the coffee group in Facebook.
Okay.
Turn your tablet around. I'll help you if you need to.
Well, it's not like that on my tablet.
Okay, let me see. So I'm just doing a little shadow. Hang on. I'm trying to help Meadow so that she can get you guys that link.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. So right there, click that arrow. Okay, and now it says copy link.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then just put it in the chat. So Meadow's got the link now to the group because Amy's really good about putting all the information in there. But anybody can join in, and I'm serious. There's probably, I want to say over like 15 or 20 different sponsors. It's a lot. So this is YR12, but I'm thinking this is still a little bit darker than what she used. So I'm going to grab, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and grab YR02. There we go. And I'm actually going to push this into the 16. That way it doesn't pull, make it darker. But it'll definitely dry and be a little bit lighter. But I can always, let's see, use some YR18 like I did on the polka dots. And just put a little line down below, and then that'll make the YR02 look even lighter because we have that contrast in there. Oops, I just marked all over myself. Oh well, if you're not inked by the time you're done coloring, then you didn't have any fun, right? So I'm going to use my white gel pen just to fill in these dots and their little eyeballs. There we go. And then we can put a little shine here, a little there. You can always put a little sparkle if you want. So cute. I love these cups so much. We didn't put any sparkle on this one. There. So now the kitties, I'm just going to make the kitties really super easy and do them brown. I like using the E50s because it's really just kind of easy and simple. Keeps it nice and just makes it real easy to do. So I'm going to go ahead and use E53. And at first, I'm just going to put a little bit of a shadow on this one. Get his little ears. And I really like how Meadow actually, because I usually do like sunglasses with like the black lens, but I really like how Meadow did the blue lens. I think that looks really cool. Did the link go in, Meadow? Okay. For some reason, mine's not updating.
You might just have to scroll down.
So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit on this one. So I'm just going to make him the same color.
Yeah, for some reason yours isn't updating.
That's okay. You can read me the comments. I forgot to get underneath his sunglasses. I'm not frozen or anything, am I?
No.
On yours? Okay. And this is why I have Meadow, because she's awesome and she'll read the comments for me. Wait a minute. Didn't I just say I was going to do him a different color? Oh, well. That's what I get for being too worried about the comments and making sure I don't miss anything from you guys. So I'll do that one a different color. How's that? Or here, I'll just... Meadow, do you mind if I copy your little dots that you did?
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to do them in brown. I just love the little dots on his bottom. I think it's cute. Okay, so that was E53. Now I'm going to go ahead and use E51. And I'm just going to pull that out. And I'm not worried about his eyebrows right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do those with E55. Go ahead and get this. This little guy cracks me up with the whipped cream on his head. He's just so funny. There. Whoops. I've almost forgot this little guy. What?
I don't know, it's just being cute.
Oh, Meadow's laughing at my rabbit.
She's lifting her little back foot all the way up so she can lick it.
There we go. So now we're going to do E50. And I'm just going to go ahead and finish out all their little white bits. And yes, I just went over his nose, but that's okay. This one kind of cracks me up too. I can't decide which one is my favorite because they all make me smile. Because you have this one that's guzzling the coffee down, and then you have this guy who's just completely chill. They just make me laugh. So I'm going to use E55 now. I'm going to go ahead and put some stripes on this one. And I think I'd put stripes on him too, but I don't know if I want to do that this time. And I'm just kind of making some, I'm literally just going like back and forth into a triangle. That's all I'm doing. Just smaller than that, obviously. Let's see, and I'll put one on the legs too. Why not? Whoops, messed that one up a little bit. That's okay. So let's see. I'll put a little bit of brown E55 on this one, just to make his little spots stand out a little bit better. And then this one, I'll just use it as a little bit of a contrast color in shadowed areas. And I'll do the same with this one. His face is just a little bit too cute. I just don't want to take away from it a whole lot. And I guess he'd have a little bit of a shadow underneath his little whipped cream. And then I'm going to soften this up just a touch with E51. And I'm just going right over the stripes, just a little bit. And then over all of this just to soften it up. Am I still on the, yeah, I am, okay. I keep moving the tablet or my paper around, so I keep thinking I'm going off screen. So his mouth, I always wonder, like, should I do their mouth black or what I should do, but I'm just going to go ahead and do a little pink tongue in there. And that was R02. Sorry, I went really fast with that. That was R02. And then I'm going to use R00 just to open his mouth up real big, get that coffee in there. So the coffee, we only have 3 of them that have coffee, and I usually do E21 first. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill this in with E21. And then I'll use E23. I'll use E23 if I can find what I did with it. Or E25 if you can't find your E23. Here it is. I knew the minute I pulled that E25 out, I would see the E23. Isn't that usually how it goes? So I usually just kind of swirl that in there. It's not, I just kind of go like this. And I don't fill it in because I want that to look kind of like creamer. So I just kind of circle flick that in. I don't do it a whole lot. And then I'll use my white gel pen just to put a little bit more creamer on the top. So the last thing we have to do before we're done is the glasses, their ears, noses. Now their ears and their noses, you can do, I don't know, I usually use E20 or E30 or R30 if you want pink, like I'm doing, and I'm just using the one color. Or you can use, you know, a black or a brown. And don't forget his wee little feet. So should I do his glasses blue like Meadow, or should I do them black like I did on here? I think I wanted, I don't know, what should I do, Meadow, black or blue?
I think black.
You want to do black?
Chill.
So he's just kind of chilling. So for the black, I'm going to go ahead and use C4. And I'm just going to fill in the whole thing. So he's got his dark sunglasses on. Oh my gosh, that made me just think of that song. What is it? Future's so bright, you gotta wear shades. Here we go. And just put a little bit of C9 in there. And then I'll go ahead and smooth that out. And I put the C4 down and I'm going back with the C4 just because if I put C9 down first, it's really hard to get it to blend right. And then we'll go back and put a little bit of shine in there. If this pen wants to work, there we go. And put a little bit of a sparkle on his sunglasses. Let me see what that would look like with the other pen. I think I like the other pen better. Oh yeah, that one looks better. Oh, we still have to do his whipped cream. So his, huh?
Did you do the paws on the little guy with the...
This one, the paws? Yeah, I did. It's just so tiny you can't really see it. So I'm going to use E41 for his whipped cream. And I'm just going to go right along the edges here. It can be vanilla whipped cream. Pull that out just a little. And I don't want it to be completely brown, so I'm actually going to use my colorless blender to soften that up. And I'm just going over the whole thing. But I wanted to make a card. Here's your little kitty's back, Meadow. I wanted to make a little bit of a card, so I had, here it is. So this is just, what size is it? This is 5 by 3. What is it? 5 by 3 3/4. So I'm just going to use, this is the coffee stencil. I need to make this straight. So I'm going to go ahead and put, I'm going to borrow your kitty for a minute. Put that there. There we go. That's where I want the stencil. And I'm just going to use, this is just some walnut stain. Here, I'll go ahead and zoom out a little bit. There we go. So this is just some walnut stain. And I'm going to be real careful around the edges. Because I got a little overzealous with that last card that I made, and I just went all kinds of crazy. But I can make this either darker, lighter, you know, so you can have like, that's the nice thing about the walnut stain that I like, is if you do it light, it'll look like tea. If you do it dark, then it's going to look like coffee, even though it says walnut stain. Even though it says walnut stain. So there is my coffee stain for my card. Then let's see which one. I think I'm going to use him because it looks like he's already spilled everything everywhere anyway. So I'll go ahead and cut him out. That way you guys can see how at least the front part of the card is going to look. But I'll post the card on Friday for the blog hop. I don't want you guys to see the whole thing. I want you to have a little bit of a surprise. Here we go. And those of you that were here last week, I am still working on doing SVG files so that you guys, whoever doesn't like to fussy cut, can go ahead and cut them out with like your scan and cut or your Silhouette. I don't know. Can Cricut cut out images like a scan and cut or like the Silhouette does? I don't know. I don't know that much about Cricut at all, except for that I have an issue. I can't do this. I can't change out the blade. I'm super techie when it comes to the computer, but give me a Cricut blade and I am completely worthless. There we go. See, so wouldn't that be cute? He just spilt everywhere. I love it. And then a little sentiment right here. Just so fun. So that is all I have for tonight. I'm really happy that Samara and Zoe, that you guys joined me. There's somebody else here, but I don't know who it is because they didn't. Did anybody say anything, Meadow? No. So whoever you are, thank you for joining me. And everybody else who watches this later, I'm glad that you joined in. Does anybody have any questions or anything like that before I leave?
Zoe said cute.
Thank you, Zoe. I just love this. I can't wait to, I need to put a sentiment on it. I can't wait till it's done. So I really, really hope you guys enjoyed it. And remember, help us with Kickstarter. That way we can keep our company going.
Samara's very cute.
And we will see you come, so next Wednesday, 7 p.m., the same time, I am going to be coloring the little gnomes. So these little gnomes, I'm going to be coloring those next week. So make sure you come next Wednesday, and I hope to see you guys there. And I will make sure that I put all the information, all the colors, the Copic colors, the link to the coffee stuff, and everything down below so that you guys have it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye. There we go.